My very first day stepping into prison, I ran into a jerk guard who deliberately messed with me. He used the lame excuse of searching for contraband, forced me to strip naked for a cavity search. Who would have thought I straight up refused?
No. Blanket strip search policies are unconstitutional, unless there's clear articulable suspicion of criminal activity.
Facing me this tough guy whose neck was thicker than his head, that guard started getting nervous, had to swallow his anger and skip what he most wanted to do.
Otherwise, check the box on your clipboard.
But the grudge was already formed. He certainly wouldn't let this troublemaker wait peacefully for trial. The next morning I felt something was wrong.
We're not with the guys awaiting arraignment, we're with the lifers.
What do you mean, lifers?
I mean people sentenced for life.
Facing these vicious, serious criminals, me, Jack, with my skills and courage, stayed pretty calm. But Skinny Paul was out of luck. His pretty boy type was like prime meat in prison. Soon a black prison boss had his eye on him, to test whether Paul would fight back. He first demanded Paul's shoes, then said he liked his wire-rimmed glasses. Seeing Paul obediently comply without fighting back, the black guy confirmed he had him figured out, so he stomped on the glasses, crushing them, then prepared to pull out his criminal tool for the final step. That's when my Jack's white shoes appeared at just the wrong time. I stood like a reassuring shield between Paul and the
Black guy.
To give you a choice. See, you're in my house, Fatso, and you didn't ask permission. So you and your friends can leave now, or they can carry your fat ass out in a bucket.
At first that black guy was still laughing, didn't expect he'd soon stop finding it funny.
Now I'll count to 3.
Bitch. You know who you're talking to?
1, 2.
Paul watched with his eyes about to pop out, and me, who never takes a loss, didn't forget to demand sunglasses as compensation.
Now get out of my cell.
From then on, Paul became my most loyal follower. He deeply believed that in this prison, only by following me could he save his life to gain my trust. He revealed many details he hadn't told the police. Turns out some people had their eye on his professional skills as a financial manager, so they forced him to help with a fraud scheme, and threatened that if he dared leak anything, they'd nail him to the wall in front of his family. They would cut off my manhood and force me to swallow it. Paul had witnessed firsthand these people's cruel methods, knew they absolutely meant what they said. At this point, I noticed several inmates kept glancing at me casually, to confirm whether these guys were coming for me. I deliberately got up to use the bathroom. Sure enough, while washing my hands, a group of tough guys came in aggressively. They surrounded me completely. Some even gripped sharp knives, but I wasn't panicked at all. Instead, calmly removed my sunglasses.
So I'll give you to the count of 3. 1.
I never fight fair when I'm in a fight. Then the one with the knife tried to ambush me, but the next second I took out one of his eyeballs. Guards got word and rushed out in panic, but during their short 100-meter sprint, I had already seen red. By the time guards hurried over, I had long finished this battle. The lead guard immediately panicked, seeing this, but he wasn't panicked that I had injured people, rather that they had put the criminal in the wrong cell. To avoid the warden finding out, he quickly moved Paul and me to solitary cells upstairs.
Anyone asks, you've been here the whole time. Understand?
So after beating people up without having to take responsibility, I comfortably lay in bed and had a good sleep. But what I didn't know was, at that moment on the other side, the female officer and detective had already figured out my background, and were preparing to make their move on me.